In today's video, I will show you my trend trading strategy for crypto. Simple, reliable, and without indicators. So if you are looking right now for the perfect strategy for crypto trading and be successful long term, then watch until the end, like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and with that being said, I would say let's not waste too much time and jump straight in today's video. So guys, when it comes to trading, most people make it way too complicated. They're using 100 different indicators, they always get stopped out, they always get wrecked sooner or later, and they are just not profitable in the long term, guys. And I will give you a very simple but, like I said, reliable strategy how to avoid these type of mistakes. So let's talk about this strategy and let me explain what I'm talking about. So as you know, guys, we have a different type of trends. We have uptrends. Uptrends are defined based on higher lows, right, and higher highs. Simple as that. And then we also have very simple downtrends. Downtrends are looking like that. We have lower lows and lower highs, right? As you can see, this is a very simple downtrend. At the end of this video, guys, like I said, make sure to watch until the end and I will give you a very great example how to use this type of strategy also in your chart in different Bitcoin, Forex, anywhere. You can use it anywhere basically. The first thing you want to do, you have to understand different market structures. We have different market structures based on different time frames. We have the weekly time frame, 1 week. Then we have the smaller time frame, the daily time frame. Then we have the smaller time frame, the 4-hour time frame, broke down into even smaller time frames, the 1-hour time frame. And then we have the 15-minute time frame. This is the only time frame that I'm using when it comes to entering my trades, right? So why is that so important to understand, guys? Very simple, because we have the weekly time frame. This is the most important one. This is basically the time frame where you can identify very strong market structures in up. Basically, you can identify in which direction the market is going, always on the weekly time frame. This is where you want to start if you are using this type of strategy. Then you are going into the daily time frame to identify the daily trend, breaking down into the 4-hour time frame to identify the 4-hour time frame. And then if you want to enter your trade, you are looking into 1 hour and 50-minute time frames, guys, right? So let's open the Bitcoin chart real quick and let's use this type of strategy on the weekly time frame. So what we have right now, this is the Bitcoin chart on the weekly time frame. No indicators, no trends. I just tried to keep it very simple as I possibly can, guys. So basically we have the Bitcoin chart right here. As you know, guys, Bitcoin broke all the way down to about $16,000, $15,400. We've been trading in a huge downtrend, guys, right? This was the previous downtrend on Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, right? As you can see, this is a very simple weekly downtrend, like I explained already before, right? How is downtrend formed? We have this previous all-time high on Bitcoin around $68,000 with another lower high around $46,000, and we have also lower lows forming on the weekly time frame until, look, this is what I'm talking about, until this downtrend is breaking, following with an uptrend, guys. So what do we have right now on the weekly time frame? We have an uptrend on the weekly time frame, guys, right? So the most important time frame, like I already said, is the weekly time frame. So what you want to do before you're entering your trade, before you're entering your new position, you want to take a note, for example, right? You always want to keep it simple. Sorry, guys, English is not my native language, so I don't care. Anyway, you want to keep it simple, so take some notes. We have, look at the Bitcoin chart, then take some notes. Weekly time frame is bullish, right? So we have weekly is bullish. Then we are going into the daily time frame, guys, right? Then we are going into the daily time frames. We are looking on the daily time frame, also the same. As you can see, the daily time frame is also bullish. This is the daily time frame on Bitcoin, guys. Look at this. We have also, like I explained already before, low, higher low, and then we have also high, higher high, higher high, higher high, right? So this is a very simple uptrend, and as long as Bitcoin is holding, even if we are getting a pullback around $25,000, this current daily uptrend remains strong, right? So this is the daily uptrend, guys. So we have the weekly now, we have the daily. So daily trend is Also the same like the weekly time frame, bullish, guys, right? And then we go down into the smaller time frames, like for example the 4-hour time frame. Now it gets very interesting, so make sure to listen and watch until the end, guys. Like I said, now it gets very interesting. If we are looking on the smaller time frames like the 4-hour, for example, we can already identify that, look at this, guys, the 4-hour time frame is currently consolidating. So we have not a very clear uptrend and not a very clear downtrend. So basically Bitcoin is going sideways on the smaller time frames for approximately, let's take a quick look, for approximately, yes, for about 50 days Bitcoin is basically trading between $27,000 to about $31,000. So there is no clear direction on the 4-hour time frame. So let's take some notes. Once again, I will explain to you in a minute why that is so important, guys. So 4-hour time frame, we have sideways action, right? And now this is where it gets very interesting, guys. Now we are looking for entries. So now we are going lower into the smaller time frames, and this is where we identify a potential entry, guys. Now look at this. We are looking on the 1-hour time frame right now, and now look at the 1-hour time frame. It's bullish, guys. Look at this. This is the current chart that we are looking at on the smaller time frames, guys. Look at this. This was the previous 1-hour time frame that we had. Basically, once again, bullish, guys, right? As you can see, bullish, higher high, and also higher lows. Simple as that. So Bitcoin was basically trading bullish until we had this huge breakdown. So why is that so important? So as you can see, we have a bullish on the 1-hour time frame, we have bullish on the daily time frame, and we have bullish on the weekly time frame. So why is that so important, guys? Very simple, because you have to understand the different up and down trends, different market structures in Bitcoin, because if you want to enter potential long or short positions, you have to set realistic targets, and you can only do it if you know how the overall market structure is looking. So with that being said, if we are looking, for example, for 1-hour time frame trend, one hour time frame trade, let's say you are taking a short trade, it's not possible. Like, it is possible, of course, everything is possible in trading, but it just doesn't make sense to set your stop loss, to take your take profit around $18,000, something like that, for example, when the overall weekly time frame is bullish, guys. It just doesn't make sense, and I would definitely not recommend it, because we have a very strong uptrend on the weekly time frame, and if you want to enter potential short trades, right, you have to set realistic targets. So this is why you have always to understand different market structures in different time frames. So now the question is how to enter into a trade. This is basically the most important thing about this strategy, guys. And this is why I was also talking about before about the 50-minute time frame, guys, because if you want to get into a position, right, if you want to get into a trade on the for example on the 1-hour time frame, I always try to break down all of my trades all the way back into 50-minute time frame. So as you can see, we have the 1-hour time frame right here, and we want to wait, right? This is very important, guys. Listen carefully. We have this uptrend right here on the 1-hour time frame, and we want to wait until this trend is breaking into one direction. If this trend is breaking to the upside, we are looking for potential long entry, right? Because this market structure is breaking into a potential upside. Guys. Otherwise, if this trend is breaking to the downside, right, we are looking for a potential short trade. Always keep it simple, guys. Don't use too much indicators. Don't try to make it overcomplicated. Always try to keep it simple. So look on this example, guys, right? You are setting your order, for example, around $29,200 for a potential short trade. So let's see what happens right here. As you can see, guys, look. Now this is very important. When this happens, guys, right, when this happens, we want to wait. Let me delete that once again real quick. When this trend is breaking, guys, right, this is where you want to set your alerts, and then you can set up to 10 alerts on TradingView. But anyway, I'm just telling it for you guys. You don't have to use it, but I'm always setting alerts. So for example, you are setting alert right here on $29,200, and then you are getting an alert as soon as Bitcoin is breaking this trend right here, right? This is where you want to get into smaller time frames, then you are getting into the 50-minute time frame, guys, right? You're getting into the 50-minute time frame, and now look at this. Let's take a quick look. Now, as you can see, we are getting into the 50-minute time frame, and now look, guys, look. Bitcoin is breaking this trend. This is where you want to enter your position, guys, right? Now you are getting your alert on your phone, for example. This is where you want to enter your position. I would recommend for stop losses and take profits, don't make it overcomplicated. Try to set very realistic targets, right? So when it comes to stop losses, go for a very simple risk reward ratio of approximately 1 to 2, 1 to 3, for example. You can set very simple, for example, not financial advice. It all depends on your trading strategy, but I will explain all of that in my future video. So make sure to subscribe and drop a like, guys. For example, let's set our stop loss above this previous high, somewhere around $29,500, and our take profit above this previous high, above this previous low right here, around $28,800. Let's say set it even a bit lower. So we have a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2. So that basically means if we are risking with this trend, with this trade right here, let's say we are risking $500 with this trade, to make it very simple for some people who don't understand. If you have a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2, right, we are risking, let's say, 500 USDT to get a potential reward of 1000 USDT. You always try to keep the risk management positive to be profitable in the long run. So let's see what happens. This is where we enter our position, guys, right? Let's press play, and as you can see, let's take a quick look how this trade would eventually play out, right? So now that's already going into our direction. Now at this point, when we are already in profit around 50%, I would very simple set my stop loss back to my break-even point and start to take profits. But this is another topic, guys. Now you're already in profit and you cannot lose any money, right? Now you're even more in profit. This is where you cover your profits, guys, right? So you would be making for example, if you're risking $500, of course, you would be making approximately $1,000 in about 1.5 hours. This is what I call profitable trading, guys, all right? This is basically a very simple strategy, and you can use it on any type of market in Bitcoin and crypto anywhere. So just be patient with it, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible on my